What's going on, agents? It's LtBuzzLitebeer back with another The Division 2 trailer thoughts and impressions video. Today we are taking a look at the multiplayer trailer Dark Zones and Conflict that Ubisoft released a few days ago. Now I will be making a few stops within the video to give you my thoughts and analysis on what is going on. So without further delay, let's get started.
Welcome to the Division 2 Agent Briefing, Dark Zones and Conflict. 7 months after the virus outbreak, Washington, D.C. is on the brink of collapse, threatening the fate of the entire country. You, agents of the Division, are the last line of defense. At launch, the Division 2 will offer a realistic and immersive experience,
Leading up to this point, we have all seen the scenic backdrop of Washington, D.C., along with all sorts of familiar weapons, including the UMP-45, AKs, SVDs, AUGs, P416s, shotguns, M16s, and RPKs, and all of them have been well crafted. These scenic backgrounds we are all used to seeing by now in these different reveal trailers are all well done, but so far, nothing out of the ordinary.
An accessible range of online multiplayer activities across 3 new Dark Zones and Conflict are organized PvP modes. After attempts to eradicate the virus failed, quarantined areas quickly formed and an insufficiently tested chemical was deployed, DC-62. The results were devastating. DC-62 proved to be just as lethal and left a path of desolation across concentrated areas of the city.
I find this narrative about DC-62 fascinating, and I saw these pools of yellow goo all through my playtime at Redstorm while we were in the different DZs. You can see how they attempted to spray it all over the place in Washington, D.C., almost like how you would attempt to administer a pesticide, and this government-manufactured compound turned out to be even more lethal than that of the dollar flu. Now, I am very interested to start diving into DC-62's origins through the campaign and Dark Zone experiences.
Dark Zone, the Division's intense mix of PvP and PvE, is returning. The Dark Zone is a unique environment filled with rewards, where anything can happen and no one can be trusted. Agents will now be able to access 3 different Dark Zones, each with its own distinct environment, landmarks, and challenges, and with up to 12 players sharing the same zone.
Although it goes by quickly, there are some extremely important parts of the Dark Zone shown in this clip. They are seen but not included in the dialogue, starting off with those giant walls surrounding the DZ, almost Jurassic Park in size and reinforcement. Now, it is interesting to know because as you pass the outer walls and make your way towards the checkpoint entrances, the DZ servers begin to place you into a server that meets your needs. Now, this is a complete difference to how our present Division game places agents into DZ servers. And we also get another look at how quickly agents can be dropped in PvP as the time to kill has been drastically reduced. And finally, we again hear about how each DZ will reach full capacity with 12 agents. I personally find that outer-inner wall server placement concept very interesting, as this will match us into servers that will stay full and into group sizes that relatively match our own.
The 3 different Dark Zones host a wide variety of environments and gameplay, providing players with a renewed experience and different challenges every time they play. The walled-off Dark Zones have remained untouched by scavengers, leaving these areas filled with high-level equipment. But some of these items are toxic and will need to be extracted before they can be used.
Nothing new in terms of concepts here, but it is important to note that not all the loot that drops in the DZ will need to be extracted. It was important for the dev team to make sure that some of the loot went directly into our inventories, so that in the event that we were attacked and downed, we don't lose everything we've worked for in that session, similar to how our current Dark Zone loot drops work.
Agents can obtain equipment by clearing landmarks, taking down enemy factions, or securing supply drops, but also by embracing new ways to play as they turn against other agents. This is classified as going rogue. Rogue agents can now lockpick supply crates, steal other agents' contaminated gear before extraction, and hack SHD terminals to obtain valuable resources. But some still prefer a more radical approach, at the risk of becoming a target of their own.
An issue that I had with certain weaponry, or at least I thought the issue was with certain weaponry during that Red Storm PvP test, is this forced scope mode. You were either hip firing, or when you decide to ADS, you were forced into scope mode, and I thought this was for particular weapons. It was instead for certain scope types. As we can see in some of these clips, you can fire a marksman rifle using the over-the-shoulder view, but it is entirely due to the type of scope that you equip.
There are now 3 different rogue statuses that present players with a variety of ways to combat other agents in the Dark Zones, whenever they choose. Dark Zones are an experience where players need to balance risk with reward. They are normalized environments where all players have the chance to succeed. Automated turrets guard the entry points and protect newcomers from predatory rogue agents and enemies. This gives players the freedom to engage in their very own playstyle without being overpowered by veteran agents.
Nothing new in this portion of the video. All DZs are normalized for equal, fair, and balanced gameplay. Turrets at all checkpoints protecting incoming agents from rogues attempting to checkpoint camp, and then a final statement about the rationale for the changes to the Dark Zone. Now, I personally don't agree with all of the dev team's decisions when it comes to the DZ, but I have voiced those in my Dark Zone thoughts and impressions video I uploaded last Thursday.
While Dark Zones remain an accessible challenge, Occupied Dark Zones, our most brutal version of the Dark Zone, will also be available at launch. With no rules to keep anyone safe and higher rewards, this will be a true contest for survival of the fittest.
I personally will look forward to spending time in those occupied Dark Zones with my carefully crafted builds. No status markings above my head, no turrets, no normalization. This is the lawless DZ at its finest and worst.
Conflict, our organized PvP experience for the Division 2, will also be available at launch. Conflict modes pitch a team of 4 SHD agents against a team of 4 rogue agents across domination and skirmish game modes in 3 new maps located outside of the main story. These modes feature their own progression system, granting rewards that players can bring back in the main open world of the Division 2. In domination, teams battle for control of 3 capture zones. Stay in the zone with your team, or perform special actions to keep scoring and deny the zone to the opposing team, using your skills and agent toolbox wisely. In Skirmish, each team aims at reducing the opposing team reinforcement to 0. This mode supports intense and highly tactical engagements where communication is the key to victory when aiming for the top of the leaderboard.
So we will have 3 custom maps that will be shared across TDM, also known as Skirmish, and Domination. Now, I don't know about you, but I am impressed with how strong shotguns and marksman rifles look in PvP, and I'm really looking forward to running through PvP with more than just an assault rifle or SMG. In addition, and I can't confirm this theory, but that looks like an FN F2000 that the Chambers agent on the right side of the screen is reloading.
The Division 2's Conflict and Dark Zones experience will continue to evolve as part of our commitment to post-launch, and players can look forward to new areas and new modes in the coming months. You will decide how you will want to achieve your mission, as a team or standing alone. Agents, welcome to the Division 2.
Nothing really new at the end of the video other than the announcement that there will be new maps and game modes added to the PvP loop through post-launch plans. This will conclude my Dark Zone Organized PvP trailer thoughts and impressions video, and as always, I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comment section below. If you could take the time to rate the video with a huge thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. If you want some more LtBuzzLitebeer and my continued coverage of The Division and The Division 2, remember to pound that sub button, configure and save to receive all notifications from my YouTube channel, follow me over on Twitter, and look for me on Twitch with weekly Division streams. Until my next The Division 2 video, this has been LtBuzzLitebeer saying peace out.